inspirations, loves, and interests behind this How to Love Successfully podcast. Hello and welcome to this bonus episode of How to Love Successfully podcast. My name is Dr. Maria Kovanen, a registered psychologist and a conscious dating coach. Today, I wanted to share with you a few inspirations, loves, and interests that have helped me to put together this How to Love Successfully podcast. Let me tell you, first of all, about some theories that really are close to my heart. My initial interest in relationships really started from my personal experiences of, first of all, dating, but also then meeting my husband and realizing that I didn't have the right tools for creating a long-term relationship. And that sparked my inspiration to go deeper into understanding relationships. And one thing that has really helped me to make sense of not only my own experiences, but of course, experiences of my clients and help my clients to build better connections, not only with themselves, but with others, is attachment theory. And I will be referring to the attachment theory throughout this How to Love Successfully podcast. Attachment, of course, refers to initially the relationship that we build with our first early caregivers and the relationship templates that we create, which we then take into adult relationships. Understanding how our past experiences impact our relationships today has been absolutely transformational. And I use this knowledge all the time with my clients. Some of the academics that I really highly regard and have been inspirational for my work, for example, Dr. Stan Tatkin's books on Wired for Dating and Wired for Love. I highly recommend these to everyone to go and read. And another person who really has been helping me to understand how to navigate relationships and repair if there have been any disruptions in the adult relationships is Dr. Sue Johnson's Emotionally Focused Couples Therapy and her book, Hold Me Tight. This is especially important for couples, but for anyone who may be recovering after a breakup and wanting to understand perhaps what didn't work so well and how to improve your relationships in the future. But essentially, it is written for couples to use together. And another scientist whose work has been really inspirational when it comes to dating, Dr. Duana Welch. Her books on understanding love and dating from the science perspective has been so inspirational because she has put in her books all of the science within the covers. So you don't need to go and read all of those individual studies, but she has actually put it all in one place. And you can learn from her own personal dating experiences, but from the collection of research on what works when you're dating. And then I need to mention some podcasters who have been so inspirational in terms of content, but also on podcasting. One of the podcasts that I perhaps love the most at the moment, and I recommend to all of my clients, is the Huberman Lab. This is a YouTube channel, but also a podcast where Professor Huberman talks about the latest neuroscience and how that applies to our health, well-being, and relationships. It is so inspirational, and I love everything about neuroscience. And I will be sharing small nuggets of information here with you, what I feel is important for you to understand when you are dating and creating a conscious relationship. And then another fellow psychologist whose work has been really inspirational has been clinical psychologist and coach Michaela Thomas, the creator of Thomas Connection. I have admired her work around relationships, but also specifically on perfectionism and how to create more self-compassion and let go of perfectionism to improve one's relationships and well-being. Her work really is so essential for a lot of professional women, high-achieving women who are always striving for better and understanding how having a more compassionate relationship with oneself can transform your life for the better on the whole. And then lastly, another podcaster who has been so inspirational is Dr. Karin Abrell. Her podcast, Love and Life, was perhaps one of the more sort of dating related podcasts that I came across when I started to focus on dating. Her podcast, where she nowadays talks a lot with her brother, Pastor Elliot Anderson, about relationships, different aspects of relationships and dating. And Dr. Karin's story, her own story in itself, is very inspirational in terms of finding love when you maybe have felt like you want to give up and it's never too late. So all of these people have really inspired me to come forward and start sharing my knowledge to benefit you on your journey to find that committed long-term relationship. I hope that you tune in, enjoy, and benefit from this podcast in the episodes to come. I would love if you could go and share perhaps this podcast with someone who needs to hear this message. And remember, give yourself the love you're seeking, and you will attract the love you want. Bye for now. Bye.